Damn, my hair is looking absolutely crazy. Look, I haven't seen it this long in years. I mean, this morning Mel was literally saying how she could basically do braids. Maybe we'll do that in the next video. Today is Friday. It's the 7th of August. It's 3:22, right? And this week has been one of them weeks that's like grinded me down a bit. Tired, feeling like the typical 25, 35, 45-year-old man who's like tired after a working day and week. And there's just so much to like talk about, unpack from this week. I mean, I'm working right now, but I was like, you know what, I got some time, might as well like just use it to do some talking to the camera. I've been posting basically weekly on this video on this channel, doing the shorts or the rest of it, basically doing what I've gained from like a previous channel that me and Mel done, that we've still got in the background, but just life has gone in the way, but not in like that way in which typically happens. It's just like the monotony of life has caught up and it's like grinding me down. This week is probably the first week in ages like I felt real burnout, tired, and a kind of a lack of connection to just existing, or like being in connection with thoughts, feelings, and the way I want to feel about my life and how I wake up every day and turn up. It's flipping draining. Like just existing is draining. I think anyone that is is a Gen X or whatever the hell we are, Gen Z or whatever, I can't remember what Gen it is, but this week has just been ridiculous. Like, I don't know how to really verbalize it or talk about particular things sometimes. I mean, I always do, but like, I just yearn for connection, for growth, progression, to do things. And when you're so fixated or stuck within the confines of what the world really is, and work and a 9 to 5, or in my case 9 to 6 and a bit longer seemingly, it's hard to not feel stuck. And as someone who's like neurodivergent, it's hard. It's not easy, and it's not like I'm against hard work or grinding, but when you're grinding away and you're not like seeing the direct rewards of the efforts that you're putting into something, when I know if I put it into something else like this or a business, let's say, I will get the reward for doing the effort, right? And the way the modern world is currently like either aimed, angled, set up, however you want to talk about it, it just doesn't sit well with me. So often I'm just like, I wish I could just packed up everything and just start doing something else. Like I would do online something, this, that, whatever. Like, but you still need to turn up every day, work and have a job, and like basically be not useless is what I'm trying to say here. And it's not like I'm in a position where I couldn't probably take like a year or two off, but I want to make sure I don't sacrifice one thing for another, but be smart with the decisions I make. And you're pretty similar to myself, where you might be in a position where you can make a jump, go left, go right, but you don't, there's no like indicator that like basically tells you should do this over that, or you shouldn't. And I don't know if that's like a, I don't know, outcome of being burned out, tired and frustrated or whatever, but the position I'm in right now, I think the younger version of me would have been happy and proud, but the current version of myself that is actually here, present, existing and breathing, of that version that I am now, yearns for more. And I know that's always like an experience that every other human is going to have, and a desire that we're all going to want because we want more, or to do more, or feel better. But I don't care about that. I don't care about materialism or having the next best phone or car or a humongous house. Obviously that is cool, but that has its own headaches and requirements around money. I don't care about that. If you're like me, you probably care about freedom, being able to kind of just live and exist without the confines and constraints of of life, the way things are, and have a sense of agency and control that you just don't have within the constructs of life. And obviously that means you need to start your business and do other things and have other stuff going on. That's not to say that's not what is going on in the background and what I don't or do have, but to feel present in the journey and every single day is really damn hard. And I've seen such a big like trend or kind of like movement with like this whole anti-optimization thing and people being less connected, less, present, less in tune with their own thoughts. And I get why people would feel that way. And some people just don't have any interests anymore in terms of like the things that they used to care about. They no longer care about, and the things that they used to find joy from, they no longer find joy from. I feel like I'm definitely in those buckets. Whether that's like me growing and finding a new identity or whatever, but I don't know. Like when I was unemployed at the beginning of the year for like 4 months due to redundancy or whatever, previous job, I had the breathing room and the space and the savings to just kind of keep going or whatever. And in those months, I was so locked in with health, routine, training, jiu-jitsu, everything else that kind of kept me going. And since starting this new job, since starting being in this new phase and iteration of my own life, I'm training from home. I cancelled my gym memberships. I no longer go jiu-jitsu, and like that's probably due to like the constraints of the work in terms of job and the time in which you're working, stripping away the energy and time to put focus into those things. And I still try to stay on top of doing an hour walk every day, doing kettlebells, and just basically staying mobile and fit. But it's like the version of myself that was like before this job was like on it. Food was dialed in, but it's always dialed in. Training was dialed in as hell, training twice a day, doing about 5 to 10 sessions a week, whether it was between gym, jiu-jitsu, both for some days. Basically like just, I was like the fittest I've ever been, 8%, 7% body fat, 82, 83 kilos, 6'2" I am, so like that's really low weight to be fair. But super confident, fit, strong, no back pain, none of this. And now like fast forward from let's say February, March till now in August, it's not all gone, but I feel like a mere shadow of the former self, if that makes sense. And I don't know where I'm really trying to like take this kind of conversation and video, because it's a random Friday and I probably won't even put a thumbnail on this video. If you see it, you see it. But I'm just in that kind of mental space where I'm burnt out, tired. I've been working since I was like 15, 16. Done degrees, done courses, done all types of stuff. I definitely have like an escape window or like the savings to potentially do whatever. You might not, but I'm not trying to say like I'm better than you, because I don't wake up feeling good at all most days, but I wake up most days probably like yourself thinking, what's this all worth? What's this all going towards? Like, what's the point? I have a North Star with the vision, and I think that's maybe cope. Might be me just trying to keep going forward, especially with my fiance, where that is like the anchor. That is literally the only reason I wake up. Otherwise I wouldn't want to wake up. What's the point? Like, don't even want kids half the time. I don't know how people have kids. I don't know how people have the energy to keep turning up every day, and I just can't do it. I was affiliated with some of the people in my family who didn't have kids, and I did as a kid. I probably didn't understand why they felt that way. It's like, oh, it's normal to have kids and everything else and whatever. And now I understand why they don't, more so than ever. And I don't want to be saying that out loud as a 25-year-old. Maybe it'll change in a couple of years, but for the people that are like my peers in my age group that have kids or whatever, I'm like, how the hell are you managing that? Because I can barely manage myself and everything else that comes around the existence I have. I'm just tired. I'm yawning now. I've had 3 coffees today. I've had food. and I feel tired and I could get up and just crawl in bed and go to a ball and wake up on Monday and be depressed and sad again. I'm on that level. This isn't me being depressed. I'm not depressed. I know what that feels like, and that's not what it is. It's just yearning for more, and I'm tired and I'm frustrated at the way the world is and the way maybe my life has gone to some extent. No, I'm not using this as a therapy talk either, but I wouldn't even say I'm frustrated like that. It's more like that collective sense of being and understanding that everyone else is feeling this way and no one does anything about it. And I try to do stuff about it, and I do take action every day to make progress, put a step forward in particular things, whether it's learning a new language or a business idea or an investment or whatever. But I'm just tired. Really damn tired. Like, I could do with a holiday, and I've got loads of annual leave I need to book off and the rest of it. But it's Friday. As a kid, Friday was amazing. From Friday till Sunday, we're gaming all day and going gym and getting a vibe and catching energy from the things that you find interesting. I just don't find interest from half the stuff I used to, and that's really annoying. Nothing makes me feel excited, passionate, driven. Like, it used to be from the gym and playing games and other stuff that boys do, and I don't know what's going on. I'm not trying to make this like a male perspective versus whatever. It's more of like, I know there's people that are feeling this way, and it sucks to feel this way when you're in like the prime of your life. You're 25, you're coming off whatever. All for what? I don't know. I wish someone could tell me what it was. Half the time I know I've been very deliberate with the things I've done, but it doesn't feel like the life I've got is really the life I've built and wanted. Maybe things are like misaligned somewhere and I've made the wrong decision, but I don't feel that way. I don't. If you're like anything like me, you're probably feeling this way too, where you're just like, is this all there is? Is there more that I can probably do? And if I did more, how much more tired would I be? Because I feel tired right now just waking up after sleeping, let alone doing my job, turning up for my partner, washing up, cleaning, dishes, food, cooking, training. Like this week, even if I think about my training goals, every single day I've been waking up 6:30, wake up, walk for an hour and a half or so, do some stretching, do some kettlebells, turn up for myself, train, be present within my mind. And by the end of the week, I'm knackered, I'm tired, I'm just like, I don't have kids or any dependents or any of that kind of stuff. I don't have like crazy mortgage over my head and all the rest of that. And that shit just really scares me. Not like the fear of unknown and change, but I feel like the best version of me is in the past, which I know is not true, but because of the way I feel right now and the evidence around me, it feels like it's that way, but I know it's going that way. I know it's going forward. I deep down, I know. But there's always that thing of like, but right now you're tired, you're drained, you're burnt out. And then it's the weekend. And then I'm just like, well, tomorrow is Sunday, basically, in my brain, even though today's Friday. Then it's Monday again, and you start all over again. For what? To get paid once a month? And then live off whatever's left over in the scraps when everything's so damn expensive. It's like, I don't know where this is going. This video and life in general. Life is a slow march towards death, which that's just what it is, but I'm always so keen to like reinvent, push forward and change. I don't like settling or staying still, and I don't like accepting things for what they are all the time. There are things that you have to accept, you know, but to accept and not do anything about it just doesn't sit right with me, especially when there's things that you can change. If you can't change, then it is what it is. But if it's something I can control, change, or have impact with, it makes me want to do something about it. And and where it is right now in life, you're probably the same. You're 20x year old, you know, I'm 25. You're probably in the same age bracket where you're just like, what is this all for? You might work a corporate job, you might work public sector, I don't know, don't care. Because we're all in the same boat ultimately. We all feel the same way to some extent and feel like, what the hell am I waking up for doing this every day? But yeah, it's Friday. I should probably somehow become more happy about that, but before I know it'll be 10, 11 p.m, gotta go sleep, wake up, train in the morning, go food shop and work on something or whatever, you know. I don't know anymore. I do and I don't. I'm holding on to the fact the future might be better and brighter. But if you ask the person 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 5, whatever, that said I'm holding on to the future because it might be better. Yet in their present mind they still feel the same way. They're still hoping, holding on. Maybe I need to come to acceptance with some things, I don't know. But what I do know is that I've yapped on for long enough, and maybe you've taken something from this, or maybe you're feeling more. Leave a comment down below if you have, and maybe I'll do more rambling videos like this one where I just put the camera on my phone and we talk. Usually I do it from the other angle with the webcam and the microphone and all the fancy stuff, but sometimes things just need to be authentic, and that's why it's called All Thoughts. But I'll leave you on that note. Maybe I can look back and we can look back together on this one day. Might have changed, we'll see. But anyway, it's been All Thoughts Luke, whatever you want to call me. But I'll see you in the next one, and enjoy your weekend. If you're watching this today on this Friday, smile, go do something, go for a walk, leave the house, I don't know, do something that like makes you feel better, I guess. That's all we can do when we're not feeling 100%. I'll see you guys in the next one.